Hello everybody, welcome to my stream today. Today, we're going to be preparing my guy here for the boss fight. Not sure if we're going to actually get to that fight today, depends on how far we get. But, what we will be doing is filling up his food. And working on skills. Maybe hunt down a little bit more resources to see if there's anything else we can upgrade, such as our crude bow, which is currently only level 2, but needs to be raised up to at least level 3. I always like to have all of my weapons at their best possible level for any boss fight. Let's do... Okay, let's do it this way. Fill that up. Also grab one extra one. Okay. And I put those here. Oh, let me show you this. It is possible to eat directly out of the chest. You just right-click on it in the chest and eat the food. And that way I'm keeping the stack in my inventory full. Yes, indeed. No, don't do that. Have some honey in the wrong place. Okay. Put that there. That there. Okay, so if we want to upgrade our crude bow, we need 2 deer hide, 8 leather scraps, I'm pretty sure that's our problem, and 10 wood. Actually, we're short of wood. We're always running out of wood in this game. I need 3 more scraps. I've got the deer hide. Let's see, what else are we low on? We're low on wood. We could definitely use more stone and more flint. Pretty good with resin. Need that. We'd like to get more bones if we could. 5 bones will give us a new piece of armor. Plenty of raspberries and mushrooms. Lots of meat. So mainly wood, flint, and scraps. Check our arrows here. We're in good shape there. Let's go hunting. Oh yeah, we can check our bees here. Empty. Empty. Alright, we must have just emptied them in the last episode. Let's equip our bow. Let's see if there's any new areas we can explore while we're hunting down these things. I think first of all, I want to clear along... Oh, wait. Before I do that, that's a very steep area, isn't it? But there will probably be flint along that river there. All right, let's go over to the river, down the steep slope, and run along the river, getting flint and hunting anything we can. And then I think we'll head up into this area here to the north and see if we can't clear some of that map off. All right, here we go. We got this mushroom patch marked? We don't. It's remarkable how easy it is to miss those mushrooms nestled down in the grass there. And then we got another one right here. It's just 2. You know what? I'll just grab those even though we're not really looking for mushrooms. So here's a good example. This bush here is a raspberry bush. You can see that it's a more intense, brighter green than the one behind it. So even though there aren't any raspberries on it, or this one, I know that all three of those are raspberry bushes. Oh, no, don't do that. Wow. Yeah. First shot of the day. Usually misses. Okay. There you are. Nice. And then his other special friend here. See, back and forth. There you go. It's that side-to-side movement that usually gives me the most trouble with shooting moving creatures. Okay. Let's see what we've got down here. This would be a fun place to build a bridge across this river, wouldn't it? You know, at a fairly high bridge, so that there'd be room for boats to get underneath. Might challenge the support rules of the building in the game. It would be fun. Maybe once we get to iron. Come on, get up there. What the heck? Okay. What I might want to do is cross over here and run along the other side. It would do a better job of clearing the map. And oh, look at that. Scraps we definitely need. Nope, too high. Can't see you. Right about there. Oh, that made him mad. I'm gonna have to cross. Ooh, flint. More flint. And yet more flint. Ooh, this is a tricky spot. Oh, hello. You came down to say hi, did you? Well, guess what? I say hi, too. Oh, dear. Is it nighttime? I didn't really think about that. Might need to pass the night somewhere. Quickly gather some stones and some wood. Right. Hopefully it won't rain. I have to be outside of shelter. There we go. There's a stone. Let's get off this slope. Okay. So this is new territory. We're down this way. Clear the map. We might have Black Forest very close to this side over here somewhere. Maybe. There, however, is a cabin. Yeah, yep. Oh, there it is. You see those fir trees over there? That is the Black Forest right there. And you can hear the ravens calling. Another sure sign of nearby Black Forest. There's a door here. Here we are. Anything good? Oh, some flint. some money. Okay. I'm going to stick a campfire right here. Oh, I don't have enough for a workbench? I do not. Let's see here. Ah, that's what I need. Only 3? That's chintzy. Come on. Yes, I feel cold. Okay. I'm going to stick this outside. Not a lot of room in here. Oh, maybe I am. There we go. Do you mind? Okay. Now, there, right here I have shelter, so let's break that one and place a campfire right there. There we go. I have shelter and a fire, and that should equal, oh, need to sit down. That should equal comfort of 3. Very nice. Okay, wood, flint, resin. Just organizing these to keep them straight in my head. What I can also do, break that apart, get a little bit more wood out of that. Is that enough to improve my shelter? Yeah, maybe. There we go. Yeah. Crude but effective. In fact, I want to run out and get some more, a little bit more wood. Build a bed in here now. We don't need these here. So, just what I need. Sleep. Okay. Good morning indeed. I can just leave this here. One thing I could do, break that bench and put it inside here. Oops. Now let me fix my gear. Now, another thing I'm going to do here, I don't really want to respawn back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the bed, and then rebuild it so that it's available in case, in case I want to use it again some other point in time. But I'm not going to claim it. Now, by breaking the bed you'd claimed, and then rebuilding it like that, I'm now left with no claimed bed. It doesn't revert back to the bed I claimed at the other place. What it reverts back to is your original spawn point. So if I were to die now, I will respawn here at the place where we originally spawned. That's very close to my cabin, so that's not a problem. But at other times, it can be a useful way to control where it is you're going to reappear upon your unfortunate death. So. Ah. Okay. Need some wood again. Come back. Oh, there we go. One of these little huts. Saw a bird there. Can I get him? Did it land? It did. Oh, bad angle. Flew away. Too bad. Sometimes there's mushrooms at the bottom of these. Sometimes there's a chest in the top of these. This one has neither. What a letdown. Anyway, continue my quest for flint. Grab the occasional mushroom. Oh boy. We are definitely close to the Black Forest. I did not expect to see that. Oh boy. That is a bear. That is a Black Forest creature. And it is now in the meadows. So, you see that symbol above him. That means he's alert to something, but not specifically... not specifically aggroed. I'm going to stay out of his way. I am not prepared for that fight today. Too bad. Bears are cool. He's still coming. Yeah, let's go the other way. There we go. Oh, boy, that's a little more my speed. Or that's what we wanted. Okay. More mushrooms. Mushrooms are taking up a slot in my inventory, but they weigh practically nothing. Ooh, hello. So, from at least a weight standpoint, they're pretty... Ah! Don't get excited. No, don't run. Don't run. You're a good one. Ah! Oh, well. Yes, Starboar. Nice. And another boar over here. And another one over there. That's probably a boar stone. Yep. Here we go, boys. Shame about the deer. One more over here. Two more over here. I could eat another bite. Yes, I could. Okay. Pick up all of these. All right. Well, this is an interesting space. Ooh, another boar over there. This is definitely a boar stone. All right, so first, let's get some food back in me. Second, let's get on the map and mark this. I always use the fire for spawning points because it reflects the emergence of something, like the flames emerging from the wood. I really wish there were some more options with the map icons. Not a lot to go with, but you got to kind of develop a pattern of thinking in your mind as to what each thing belongs to. There's no official answer to that. It's everybody's making up their own thing on their own, but whatever you do, use them consistently so that you'll be able to remember what they mean later on. How are we doing here with the scraps? Not bad. Not bad. Let's see if there's anything in any of these cabins. No. Some raspberries here. Yeah, this is why I like these. Oops, wrong side. This is why I like these villages. You have cabins and good building spots that they sit on. You have usually raspberry bushes. You often have boars around, and this one even has an actual boar stone nearby. This might be a good place to build. Except for that really steep slope nearby. That's not so much fun. Oh. These little stone structures, by the way, are called dolmens. And they often have bones in them. If I recall, I have 3 at home, so that makes 4. If I can get it up to 5, I'll sell. Or maybe just make a cape. Ooh, there we go. Is there another boar stone over here? This is remarkable. Back here. Right. So we've got some flint, not very much. We've got lots of scraps. Got a little bit of wood. We can collect a lot more of that on the way back. Got some bones. Close to what we need here. This is quite a river. Ooh, looks like flint over there. Practice, you can kind of get used to spotting various resources from very far away based on color, position. Yeah, definitely not the ideal place to be hunting flint. Get out of the water. Really? All right. When you're in a situation like this, there is something else you can do. I'm going to use my hoe. I'm going to use my hoe and just level the ground a little bit here. There. Now I've got a level spot to stand on. Yeah, Mr. Boar, you get a free pass today. I'm not crawling over there to get you. Using a hoe like that is also a way you can climb a steep slope if you're really in desperate straits for stamina. Not a fast way, but it'll get you up there without having to constantly jump and jump and jump. Ah, there we go. Little Howery place. These often have beehives in them, but not this one. These also often have chests in them. Ah, there it is. Just find the... Oh, look at that. That's something new. We have here Curious Axe Head. Yeah, that's a piece to make a weapon. Gonna need to advance some other technology first, but it's a good way to get some, shall we say, better axe weapons. Because the axe I have now, the flint axe right here, is primarily a tool. It also serves as a weapon. But that axe head there is primarily a weapon that you can also use as a tool. Oh, another little farmstead. Let's see if there's any boar here. There are. How could I miss? There we go. I'm going to get rid of my lovely boar trophies there. Don't really need those at this time. Nothing here. Uh-oh. Well, uh-oh and yay. Let's take out this beehive. Yep. Yeah, you don't want to get too close to a hostile beehive like that. They will poison you. Oh dear. I am full of crap. Okay. Well, as I said before, this axe is something I need some other technology for, so I am going to take the things I can take. I will leave the honey behind, nice as it is. That queen bee will get me more honey in the long run. Is there maybe anything else I don't need here? That was all pretty good stuff. I'll hang on to it. This might be another great place to build, but once again, that big steep slope next door. It comes to get frustrating if you have to go up and down that slope all the time trying to get elsewhere. So, let's cross over to the other side here. Oh, this is Black Forest. Not so close. Alright. Gonna have a bit of a swim here. Keep a close eye on your stamina. If you run out when you're in the middle of the water, not a whole lot you can do. And there's some more Black Forest up there. I'm going to skirt around the coast. Yeah. Oh dear. Might be getting into a bad spot here. So, got Black Forest ahead. Yeah. Might just be a tiny little patch. Not really trying to avoid going into the Black Forest. I won't suddenly die if I do. It's just kind of like to prepare for those things. Yeah, that's a very small patch of it. I think I will cross back over here. Plus night is coming on. And more dangerous creatures do come out at night. Things I'm not really skilled or equipped for yet. Oh, come on. Oh dear. Okay, that's a gray dwarf. I'm sorry, a gray ling. I can tell by the yellow eyes. Gray dwarves have blue eyes. So that doesn't worry me too much. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't spot this before, but yeah, this is a little patch between two rivers here. So, doesn't continue that way, so if I continue down here, should be able to cross over. Or maybe not. Sometimes the map isn't entirely accurate to the way the land is. Oh, I see. There's the connecting point. Well. Caught out at night again. No rested state. Cold. I'm wet. What could go wrong? Okay. So I guess it doesn't connect. Alright. I have nearly full stamina. I'll make a stab at crossing here. Open water. Probably a good place to find some more flint. So one trick to use at night is to carry a torch instead of a weapon. No? Torch. And a shield. And many creatures will run away from the torch. Unfortunately, that includes boar. They don't like it. And so if you're hunting boar, carrying a torch can actually be counterproductive. But for the moment, I just need to see a little bit. Ooh, there we go. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Well, I just took 4 arrows to shoot a bird that gave me the feathers for 30 arrows. So that's a good trade-off, but it felt wrong. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. Pause, traveler. You are welcome to the last and most lawless of the 10 worlds. In Valheim, the air is pure, the water deep and clear, and the forests overflowing with bounty. Here is adventure, joy, and glory for the taking. Doesn't say who wrote that, but I suspect they were newly arrived here. Seems nice here in the meadows. Gets to be a little bit sketchier in some of the other biomes. Lots of fun, though. There's a lot of great stories on those runestones, by the way. Some of them are personal stories from characters who have preceded you in this world. Others are more general commentary on how things work. Some of them give you important information, although you may have to interpret what you read there, read between the lines a little bit. So, yeah, it's good to read all of them, and it's fun to sort of learn about some of the characters like Ulf and Astrid, and several others. They have some of the same challenges in this place that you do, and it's nice to learn that other people are going through this as well. Well. Somebody under there. Hello. Should probably start making my way back home. My inventory's getting pretty full. How's the weight? It's getting up there. See what this one says. Oh, this is a boar stone. Interesting. Either I've been here recently, which I don't think so, though I just uncovered this part of the map, or the boars have all wandered away. So let's see what that actually says about the boar. Look at all the gifts, wonderful stuff, easy to hunt, blah, blah, blah. The boars, they fear fire. In the hand of man, well, of course, but they can be taught to obey it. Go quietly to them and let them eat of your stock. So it's telling you there that you can tame them if you sneak up on them and feed them. Roots of the ground are their pleasure. That's an interesting statement, given that there really aren't any root vegetables available to you at this stage of the game. What they really mean there is mushrooms, and raspberries also work quite well. They will eat vegetables that you find later on. Oh, I must have a full stack of meat. I do. So boars are among the more easily fed with a wide variety of foods. And I hate to leave that meat behind, but no, I don't really need that deer trophy. There we go. Oh, great. Now it's raining. Yeah. So I'm going a while here without the rested buff. And you can see how it's been affecting me when I'm trying to climb the slopes. Struggling to get my stamina back. That's why you don't want to be out in this world a lot without your rested buff. So help you use the right weapon. Not going to be able to pick up those tails because my inventory is, as we saw, completely full. Mark this. But I really want to get this map clearance on this little point completed. Okay. See how combination of rain and darkness is really limiting how much of the map I clear as I move around. Oh, here we go. Is there a second boar? I think there was. Deer? Not you, I'm looking for a boar. Okay, I'm going to try something here to illustrate how this works. I'm going to get behind this stone, and I'm going to hunker down. And those deer that ran off might return. I'm also going to switch to my bow. I'm only doing it here because there were 3 deer, and I have a chance of getting more than one of them. And look, it's coming back. I'm just going to wait a little bit. Up, there's another one. Just get them to calm down. Maybe I can bag a few deer. Okay. Now, there's 2 ways that animals detect you. One is by sight, and both of these deer are facing my general direction, so that's a little bit of a problem. The other is by sound. So when I'm sneaking like this, I'm making less sound. And that helps them, or it helps me to be avoid being seen. Well, I'm going to try shooting this one up here first. No, hit the fence. There we go. Okay. And that sound you heard was a neck getting upset by that. Don't care about the neck. Let's see if I can get this other deer. Ooh, tough shot. The deer had an exclamation point. It was excited, but it's gone away, so it has lost its fear. Whoop, carefully. Got it. Now there was a third one. Did he return? Let's see. Don't see it. Ah, there it is. Oh, up. Stamina. Help if I ate something. That deer leave? I don't see it anymore. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Got it. There we go. A little bit of patience. And I got a 3 for 1. This neck's still over here somewhere. Maybe. Now I really need to head home. Now that is definitely a boar stone. Oh dear. Okay, I think I can get all of them and take their stuff. So let's start with some bow work. Really? Okay. Remember that's up there. Okay, get this guy. And, you're excited. Hello. Okay. Get this guy. Okay. Boars will not run away, so there's no need to go crazy chasing them down. The bigger problem is the ones who are just unaware and wander off, like this one. Okay. Yeah. Eh. Swear I saw another one. Maybe not. Well, let's see if we can find all their stuff. Ah, there we go. Ah. Check the weight. Okay, getting up there. Nope, don't want that. Be convenient if this rain were to stop right now. I can better see all of the drops. Got room for that? Just. Others are also important. Kind of stop for a minute here and look around for the sparklies. That's that necktail. Wasn't there one up the hill? Yes, indeed. Okay. I am really getting full. Let's go home. Oh, goodness. I'm a fool. Considering how productive that was. Let's mark the stone. Right. Right. Okay. Oh, hello. Ah, my good friend Biren has also joined the comments. Sorry, I didn't spot you before. There's a lot of activity in the game. Doing my best to avoid streamer brain. Thank you for stopping by, Biren. Okay. Well. The warm fires of home. And look, the mushrooms have respawned. Always fix your gear. Okay. Put that in there for the moment. Oops. Bones. Didn't quite get 5. Very frustrating. There are a lot more bones in later biomes. Did well on the scraps. Did extremely well on the meat. Plenty of flint. And actually not a whole lot of wood. All right. So, first thing we were going to upgrade, I believe, was our crude bow, wood scraps, and deer hide. Okay. Great. We don't have enough materials to upgrade any of the other things. Nor to build the cape. We can make some more wooden arrows. Okay. Right. Well, we were out through most of the night. Oh, let's see how our beehives are doing. Free honey. Okay, great. I'll let that sit until there's 4. Oh, missed one. Well, we've got all our gear upgraded. How are we doing on skills? Could be better, could be worse. Our bows are all the way up to 13. Still pretty slow. That's one of the main advantages of upgrading your bow skill. You get more damage, but mainly you get faster. And that's a big deal when it comes to bows. My knife skill is at 16, could be better. My blocking skills at a meager 3. Jump and run, both 17. Could be higher, but I think we're going to take a leap of faith here, and we're going to go after the boss. So let's see if we can get ourselves ready. First of all, we want to make sure our foods are all full up. Those aren't full stacks, but they're probably enough. Tell you what, let me cook some deer meat here. Get that stack full. Fill up my raspberries. That's stamina 15. Yeah, really need more stamina. Does that one got health 25, stamina 8? Just trying to max myself out for this fight. Okay. How about that one? Ooh, stamina 35. Yeah. And actually more health. Doesn't last very long, but that much stamina is pretty good. Okay, put that there. Let's cook a little bit of the boar meat. Yeah. I'm going to grab some of this honey, and I think I will temporarily substitute it for my raspberries. Oh, actually, it lasts longer than the raspberries. Well, the heck with that. Let's just have honey. In fact, I will go take that honey out of the beehives. So, have even more. Definitely. Okay. That there. Eat from there. Eat from there. Yeah. And when that raspberry starts to flash, I will eat honey in its place and have a little bit more stamina. Okay. That's probably about it. Now, we knew that to fight... Oh, sorry. Here we go. We knew that to fight this boss, we needed to, as the sign said, hunt his kin. Let's go take a look at that again. Where's that located? All the way down there, eh? Okay. So we knew we had to hunt some deer. Oh, great. Don't want that. But what you needed to bring was not perhaps clear. The answer is pretty simple. You need to bring the trophies from the deer. So, and you could figure that out by bringing in different parts of the deer and trying them on the altar. But since the deer hide you build things with and the deer meat you eat, it makes sense that the thing you would bring to the altar would be the trophy. Oh, hello. Now, I'm just going to quick check around, see if there's any other boar or necks here. They'll just be annoyances during the fight. I hear a boar. I don't see it, however. There's a deer, which we don't need at the moment. Okay. I'm going to wait until that that raspberry ticks over. Ah, there's the boar. Yep, I see you. Ah, there's another one. Ah, it's flashing now. Okay, so now if I eat the honey, get a little bit more health and a lot more stamina. A little over 100. That's not bad. Okay, so I like to call Ache there the kind of the practice boss. Definitely the easiest of the bosses to defeat. But most critically, what this fight does is it teaches you about the process, what's going to happen, what it feels like, what it sounds like, and shows you how much you're up against. So, in order to do this, I'm going to take these deer trophies and put them into a slot I'm not using, like number 7 with my hoe. Don't need that during the fight. And I point at the altar, and it says, choose from 1 to 8 and offer the item. So I'm going to press number... Is it going to be night? The heck with it. I'm going to press number 7. And the battle begins. You see those motes of light floating around? Those show you where he's going to appear. So, see that? And hello! Block. You can't stun the bosses with those blocking, but you can protect yourself against the damage that he would cause. Ah, see? Didn't block that. Watch your stamina. You can also use these stones to hide behind. Protects you from quite a bit of the damage. Ah, I didn't do that right. Now you can absolutely fight this boss with a bow, but because my bow's... Oh, darn. I need to go and heal for a bit. Another thing you might want to do during a boss fight is to turn off your auto pickup, because sometimes a lot of items will get created and dropped around, and they can actually overload you, which would be a major problem. So turn that off. You can always pick it up later. Okay, he's halfway down. Watch my stamina. Okay. Almost. Feel cold. It's definitely nighttime. Fortunately, cold is a debuff, so the problem if he wasn't already nearly dead. There we go. Okay. Ah, that's right, I turned off auto pickup. Okay, so what do I get from him? I get a trophy, and we'll see what that's used for later on. And I get this hard antler. That's a very critical piece. Each of the bosses drops something that helps you to progress to the next level of the game. And in the case of Eikthyr, it is that hard antler. And we're going to see later on what that's used for. So let me head home to rest and sleep through the night. And then in the morning we'll go see what we're going to use those different materials for. Always fix your gear. Oh, I hadn't reset the spawn point there. Oh well. Wouldn't have been too serious because the Forsaken Circle is close by. Okay. Well, we've got the trophy. We've got the hard antler. Let's start with the trophy. It's a bit dark. We'll lighten up as we wander over here. Okay, so looking at these stones in this circle, you may have noticed that everyone has a hook that's described as a trophy hook. As you defeat each of the bosses in the game, going around the circle in order, you're going to come here and hang the trophy that you received from killing the boss on this hook, and something's going to happen. Now, the trophies are also kind of good looking if you want to hang them on the wall or whatever. So, many people like to defeat the bosses multiple times. But always save one for the trophy hook at the Forsaken Circle here. Okay, I think this will do. If I click 0 to attach the item, you'll see what happens. Okay, the first of the Forsaken has been defeated. Now, if we walk back to this stone and look at the trophy again, you see this piece of information. Eikthyr, the grace of the mighty stag flows through you. Your ability to move around is improved, be it on land or in water. So what this is going to do is grant you a power. They're called the Forsaken powers, and there's one for each boss. You can only have one Forsaken power active at any time, but you can always return to the circle here and change from one power to the other. When you use this power, you get 5 minutes of buffs, and in the specific case of Eikthyr, it's going to be minus 60% usage of stamina when running, jumping, or swimming, which is huge. It means you can run and jump and swim for a much longer time without running out of stamina. And you see it says the effect duration 300 means 300 seconds or 5 minutes. I believe they all last 5 minutes. So this is the only power I have available, and it's a good one. So I'm going to activate it. And you see a little icon has appeared down next to my health bar. And I'm going to go ahead and use that power right now. And you see up above, I get a status icon saying Ike there, 4 minutes and 53 seconds. And for right now, I can run and run and wood, run and run and run. And you'll see that my stamina is going away much more slowly than it was before. This can be useful for all sorts of different kinds of battles or things that you have to fight. It can be useful for crossing water if you have to swim. It's just a generally useful skill to have, or ability to have in your pocket. But you'll also notice down by my health bar, where it says Ike there down there, that it has a timer on it, currently at 19 minutes and 12 seconds. That's the time before you're able to use it again. So, while this power is powerful, it only lasts 5 minutes, and then you have to wait for another 15 minutes after that until you can use that same power or any Forsaken power again. So just be aware of that, and know that it's a limitation. If you're playing with multiple people on the server and different people have different Forsaken powers, they can either do them in a serial fashion so that everyone's covered for long periods of time, or do them all at the same time so you're covered by more than one Forsaken power, because it affects not just you, but all the people in an area around you. So it's a very useful strategy when going up against some tough bosses and so forth, is to stack those Forsaken powers and use them together. Only works with multiplayer playing, though. Okay. Well, since I've defeated the boss of the Meadows, that's kind of signals that it's time for me to move into the Black Forest. So there's a couple things to think about when doing that. One is we're going to have to think about where our home is going to be. Right now, where we're located... Oh, there you are. Talking to people right now. Stop bothering me. You're going to think about where your house is located. So let's take a look at the map. And we know we've got Black Forest down over here. We've got Black Forest down over here. Black Forest up over here. We're kind of surrounded by it, and that's normal. That's how it works. I'm sure there's also some Black Forest on whatever land is peeking out of the fog over there. So where is it that we want to put our home? This is something that's a very personal decision for every player. Some people like to be near the water so they can put a boat in the water and use that. Some people like to be in open ground. Some people like to be in high ground. There's no right answer. I tend to like to be on flat ground because it makes it easier to build. And I usually don't like to be near the water too much, but also not too far. So I might have my eye on some place like this open field down here, as long as it's not too steep. Or maybe this open field over here. Possibly this area in the middle. I kind of like that. Other people like to build their homes in whatever biome they're currently active in, so you might want to move your base into the Black Forest if that's where you're going. And that can be useful. I bet there's a lot of Black Forest over this way to the west of us. I'll have to think about this. I'm going to keep my eyes open for a good building spot. Won't move right away, but definitely planning on that. So let's find out now what that other piece of the materials that the boss dropped for us. Let's put a few things away here. Oh, no. Always fix your gear. That torch is getting a little worn out. I like to have a good solid torch, so let me get come on. That. One of that. torch. Place that one. And I'll just pick this one up and let it burn itself out to get rid of it. Okay. So I'm going to pick up some more wood. And now I have the wood and I have 3 hard antler. So if I go to the workbench, I now have a new recipe, the antler pickaxe. So this will be the first pickaxe we learn in the game. It requires 10 wood and just 1 of the hard antler, which means I could make as many as 3 of them. I'm going to go ahead and do that. This pickaxe is kind of unique in the game for a couple of different reasons. First of all, unlike every other pickaxe you'll learn how to make, you can't upgrade it. It is what it is. And another thing that makes it different is that the pickaxe does not contain any metal, and you can repair it at the workbench. This is a big advantage, as we'll see going on. But downside of this pickaxe is it's a little weak. It doesn't produce a lot of damage. Let's see, where is it here? Yeah, Pierce 18. And there's actually a different kind of damage it does called pickaxe damage that isn't shown here, and that's the damage it does to rocks and terrain and so forth. It does the least of any pickaxe, and it wears out the fastest. But because you can repair it with an ordinary workbench, which requires only 10 wood to make, and a little bit of shelter, you can easily set up a little hut out in the wild somewhere to use up your pickaxe. I'm just going to keep this burning. And that's a tremendous advantage for when you're out mining for things. Keep my fires filled up. How about you? Yep, you need some resin. I believe I've got something outside. Yep. Okay. Put the resin away. So, let's see what we can do with this pickaxe. I'm going to put the pickaxe in spot number 6. And then I'm going to equip it. And oh look, here's a great big rock. Actually, let's start with a smaller rock. So, these rocks, we couldn't really do anything with them before, but now... Aha! And look at that. We've got stone. Oh, more food. Yeah. So, even though stone seemed a little hard to get before with all those individual stones, now we can get it by the truckload. If Vikings use trucks. Now this kind of stone, these bigger ones, they go in stages. So first you hit them, and you see the stone kind of shift a little bit, but nothing broke off. Now we keep hitting it. And now some pieces break off of it, but not all of it. Some of it's still there. So, keep working on this. What happened in that first hit is that the stone cracked and broke into several sections. And as we kept hitting it, some of those sections broke into stones and others did not. But now, everything's broken. And look at that. We only got 3/5 of a full stack of stone with just those few big chunks. So, that's pretty good. Very quickly now, stone has become one of the easiest materials to get because these big rocks are everywhere. You can also use the pickaxe to attack the terrain. Normally, very little will damage the terrain that we're walking on here. That's the ground that isn't individual pieces of rock. But with the pickaxe, look at that. I can dig a hole in the ground. Previously, when we leveled ground, all we could do was use the hoe to try and level it. But now we can actually dig holes and you dig down, make sort of walls of terrain and do all sorts of things. So, yeah, we have a whole new power. And then, of course, there's the most critical use of the pickaxe, and that's to mine metals, which we'll find in a little while. Okay. So, I'm going to go in here and always fix gear. Put my stones away. So I'm going to carry at least 10 pieces of wood with me so that I can make a workbench. I'll actually pick up other wood on the way because an open workbench doesn't allow you to do repairs, so it has to be covered. And now we're going to go on a little journey. Let's see. Where's the nearest black forest? That one's the closest to the west there, but it's across that river. Let's see what's going on to the south, below this other Eikther spot. And equip our bow. Let's. Oh, has anybody got any honey? Look at that. Do. Okay. Now remember, one of the things we're doing on this trip is keeping our eye out for good spots to build. Really, this isn't bad. Spot down there is relatively level. Do like a level spot. Let's see. Plenty of trees around to get some wood from. Ooh, right here wouldn't be terrible. Worth thinking about. So I'm just going to come in here and using this symbol, I'm just going to throw a thing and put some question marks there. Just my way of saying, build here? Maybe. Did he die? Oh. Okay. Forgotten that there was a river here. Interesting. Comparatively shallow. Well, sort of. This trip we're not really hunting, so I'm going to let the deer and the boar go. Ah, I hear the ravens calling. So we're close to the Black Forest here. By the way, those raven calls can also guide you to points of interest within the Black Forest. Unfortunately, it's not the most specific guide, but if you sort of turn yourself in the direction of where they're calling the loudest, you'll usually end up somewhere interesting. A ruin or something. Okay, I'm just taking a look around to see if there are any obvious dangers. Oh, there's a stone building over there. That could be interesting. This village is another possible place to build. Be right on the edge of the Black Forest, but that could be an advantage. Is it getting to be night again? Well, well, well. How the nights do come on. Okay. What have I got? 25. Not great. Alright, let me chop a little bit more wood. I'm going to use this one. Got a little bit more clear space in here in the Black Forest. Workbench. Repair. Now that sounded like a great dwarf. Oh, it is. See those blue eyes? Okay. So this is the tougher brother of the Greyling. Why are you running away? Whatever. Break that bed. Because you can't use the beds like that. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna put up a torch so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. That's helpful. Let's get some more roofing on here. No. Wrong roof. Right roof. Okay. Okay, put a workbench inside. No. These very low ones are not the best to build in. I'm going to turn this sort of backwards so that it's not sticking out to the roof, because that can cause problems if it does. Too exposed. Problems like that. Doesn't look like it's sticking through. I'm going to put a fire outdoors over here. I have no stones. Well, that's ironic, considering I just learned how to make a whole bunch of them. Stone around here anywhere? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Right there. And I will build a bed. Ooh, right here. Claim the bed. There are enemies nearby, are there? Probably should put a door on the thing. But once you actually get to sleep, the enemies can't directly attack you. Okay. Well, this is a kind of a crappy cabin. Let's see if we can't maybe improve it a little bit. Oh, look. Fog. Nice. Yeah. So let's do a little bit of building work here as we work on our excursion into the Black Forest. I'm going to start with the same footprint as the original cabin, but I'm going to build it up, make it taller. Just generally make it better. I hadn't actually done a lot of building on the past couple of streams, so this will be a nice exercise. Okay, clear that out. Cover as much wood as possible. When you're breaking up these ruins, you don't get as much wood out of the pieces as you would if you were breaking up something that you built. Now, I'm going to do a bit of ground leveling here, just a bit. I'm also clearing off the grass that isn't sticking into the cabin. Okay. Good. Maybe I want to make it a little longer here. Make a little more room. Yeah. All right. So, how am I doing on wood? Could be better. Let's do some serious tree cutting here. Yeah. Okay. And you come with friends. Perfect. Oh boy. These guys have a ranged attack, as you can see. Come on. Hit me. What's your problem? Well, I was trying to block them, but they weren't really cooperating, so... And that was me just missing it. Where'd the other guy go? Well, he'll be back. Remember I said the creatures can hunt you by sound? A few things make more noise than tree cutting and rock mining. So, yeah. Oh, well, not what I was trying to do, but whatever. Trees don't necessarily fall the way you want them to. The physics on falling trees is a little weird. Okay, I'm full of wood, but I want to go get some more, so what I'm going to do is use this. It's a way of putting up a stack of wood. And getting it out of your inventory. Come on, buddy. What is it with these guys? They don't want to hit me. Let's see. No, I don't have enough for a second stack. It requires 50 wood to make one of those stacks. So, anyway. Chop up all this stuff. Sometimes stumps are hard to get, and you can use the secondary attack on an axe. It's the center mouse button, and chop downward. Does a little more damage, uses a lot more stamina. But it's a great way to get it at something that's hard to reach otherwise. Now, have to watch my durability here. I don't have a covered workbench at just this moment. Ah, full again? Okay. Right. Probably enough to be getting on with. Let's get building. I'm going to extend the floor out one more. Yeah, I want to make it wider. Sure. Okay. Now, there's sort of an even-odd rule about buildings and roofs and so forth. So you may want to make your buildings so that there's an odd number of floor pieces wide. Here I've done even. It affects how the roof comes together and stuff. I'll show you when we get to that point. But for the moment, I'm just going to make this one 4 wide. Gives me more space. Makes things a little simpler. Some walls in here. So there's a nice debate about which part of the walls, the inside and the outside. And in fact, it's entirely up to you. It doesn't matter. I do it both ways, and I like it both ways. So I'm going to put the smooth side on the inside for the moment. I'll have to fix that bit in a bit. Where do I want the door to come out? Probably right there. Okay. You can see that each wall is approximately the height of your Viking, so if you build one wall high, you will have good head clearance all around. I'll put that one there, that one there, and that one there. Now, I'm going to avoid stepping into the fire, because that will set you on fire. And I'm going to build a little space for the fire here. And the fire I have is not properly centered, so I'll break that and put it where it's supposed to go. A little twist, so it's nice. There. Okay. Now, to keep the fire burning, I'm going to put a chimney over it, so we'll start with that. There we go. No. Alright, first of all, that's turned wrong. Second of all, I wanted it up there. Okay. Okay. That's probably tall enough. Then I'll put the high-angled 45-degree roof on that. That will keep the rain out while deflecting the smoke away. And fill it in. Okay. Up, out of wood. So if I just put it on the repair setting and then break that piece, there you go. Got 50 more wood. Which is almost certainly not going to be enough, but it'll keep me going for a bit. And just to make things tidy, I'll stick a hole there. Yeah, that looks good. I usually like to fill in the corners, because otherwise there's this little gap. You see that? I'll fill that in. All right. Now, in order to improve lighting on the inside, you know what? Let's take this bench out. Put the other piece of wood in there. Okay. I'm going to move you a little bit. Put you over to this side. In order to improve lighting on the inside, I'm going to move you too. Well, I'll just do without a bed for the moment. What I'm going to do is put these short 1 meter posts. No. Around the wall here, and then build the roof on top of those. And leave those spaces open all the way around, which will let light into the building while still providing shelter. Because we've got the wall giving that to us all around here. There are an almost infinite number of ways that you can put your buildings together in this game. It's one of its greatest attractions, the building capabilities, and the freedom to do what you want to do. I am going to put a door in here. I usually use the larger wood gates because they just look a little better and provide better head clearance. Let's see, I'll turn it that way. And now I will put top beams around here. How's my wood supply? Yeah, I'm going to run out pretty quick. I'm going to run out very quick. Actually, let me break a couple here. Yeah, that'll do. What I wanted to do was build a chest so I can get rid of some of this other stuff. Yeah, really got to watch my durability here. I need to put a roof over that bench quickly so I can fix my tools. So I think I had some wood down here. If you ever do get stuck with a broken axe and no way to get wood, you can always come back to these small trees and punch them. Or gather wood and stone and quickly build a stone axe. That's actually one of the stone axe's greatest advantages, is that you can quickly build it without a workbench out in the wild just about anywhere. Eat. Not rusted, am I? No. All right. Oh dear. Okay, this is a gray dwarf brute. They're big, they're tough, and they hit hard. So I have to be very careful with this guy. Oh, of course. Not enough that he's here, but you guys got to come piling on too. So what I'm trying to do is get to a place where, first of all, I want to fight him alone. Second of all, I need to block his attack or I'm in trouble. Wait, did he leave? Okay. That's very unexpected. They will run away if they're hurt, but maybe he just lost track of me. Yeah. Well. Not gonna look the gift horse in the mouth. Night's coming on and I need shelter. Okay, let's get this thing protected. How am I doing? Could be better. Okay, now I get my roof. I'm going to use the high-angled roof here. Let's see if that's enough to have a covered bench. It is. Good. Okay. Let's see if we can get the rest of this built out. And we'll take at least 2 roof pieces high. Okay. And you see now that's coming right to the middle of the structure. This in here. This started. I'm leaving some bits out, but that's all right. There we go. Ah, out of wood. Of course I'm out of wood. I'll take some of that. Is that enough to build another piece? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's chop down this one. Where does it fall? The way I want it to? Of course not. Ever. That brute again? And he brought friends. Oh, you son of a gun. Ah. Okay. Get my stamina up. No rested buff here. No. Not what I was trying to do. Yeah. Oh, he brought lots of friends. Great. This could be tricky. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get hit hard is what I'm going to do. Switch into arrows. This is not good. Okay. Oh, come on. Great thing about these arrows, it'll set these guys on fire. Yeah, and it does damage while I'm not taking any stamina loss. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Nope. Doggone it. Okay. This isn't going to work. Run. Okay. These guys would just hit me. It'd be so much easier. I don't want him to hit me. I want you to hit me. Got it. Ah! You see how much more damage I did when I had parried him like there. But not enough to put him down. I just am not high enough level yet. These guys would hit me. I could kill them easily. There. Ooh. Took a big hit for that. Okay. Down to just 3 of them. Nice. Oh, night's coming on. Perfect. Perfect. Brutes are a lot more common at night. That's why it's a little surprising to be out during the day. Ah! Missed the timing. Oh, and I'm hurt. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Be my first death here. No? No, you're not going to hit me? No? No? Gotcha. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. 14 points of health. Looking bad, looking bad. Looking bad. This is what not having rested state will do to you. Will get you killed. Come on, climb back up. I need at least 30 points to face that guy. Oh, don't get caught on the fence. Wow. Wow, this is exciting. A little more exciting than I planned on. Did I kill that? Yes, I did. Good. All right, down to 2. There's hope. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch. Oh, I can't. I can't. Hold on. Oh, dear. Might have made a little mistake here. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to switch to that. Not really the best weapon, but it'll set him on fire. Yeah, that's what I wanted. The Brood is also vulnerable to fire, but he's just got so many hit points. There, you see what that did? Okay. Good. Now, down to just you, buddy. Come on. Hit points, hit points. I need more. Okay, I need more. 33, I think. That's good. Gotcha! Ha! Oh, boy. I got some new stuff out of him, too. What was I even doing? I was cutting some trees, I think. Do I have enough wood to finish? Probably not. I don't even have a bread built. Oh, no, that's not the right thing. Here, let's put this here and use that. Okay. If I build a bed over here, will it be under cover? Let's find out. Yes. All right. Oof. Well, that was exciting. Now, see how far I can get with this. We can get this building finished, and then I think we'll call it for today. All right, almost there. Chimney's going to be a little off-centered. Oh well. What was the tree that I was cutting? I don't even remember. Was it this one? Doesn't show you the damage to trees, so I don't know. The beech seeds. I might have got a tree over here. Oh, that's right. Here it is. You know, another thing I could consider, this might be in range. Let's see. Just barely. I can break this building up and use the wood from that. As long as I'm standing inside the circle of effect of my workbench, I can do this. If I step too far outside of it, though, I won't be able to reach these things. Oh, good. Look. Well, I'm not mind these guys too much, because they're just regular dudes. Okay. That'll probably be enough wood to finish. All right. And there's a lot more tidying up that needs to be done. Get some torches down. See what I'm doing here. Usually I might like to mark my doorways, both inside and out. Fill them up with fuel. Nice thing about the gray doors is they drop resin. Make sure the fire is fully fueled so it'll keep going. Okay. A little crude, a little rough. But during the next stream tomorrow, we'll come in here and tidy this place up. Always fix your gear. And by the way, the reason the deer hide armor isn't being repaired is because it requires, as you can see there in the little tooltip, it requires a repair station level 2. So I need to upgrade this workbench using the chopping block or whatever in order to repair this. We'll do that shortly. But tomorrow I'll come back in here and finish up the house and fix up some of these sort of unfinished bits and maybe increase the comfort, and who knows, maybe we'll make a more permanent home here. And tomorrow we'll definitely go looking for metal ores to make metal and some other things we'll need in order to do the smelting process. So I want to thank all of you for joining my stream today. A good time. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow.